Some people like to say that we are a body and we have a soul. The atheists say the soul doesn't exist. But Krishna says that no, we are the soul and we have a body. So, as the soul who's trying to enjoy, we've taken on a material body. Okay, so I was explaining that we're trying to enjoy, but there's no enjoyment, and so we become frustrated. So our frustration is that we're trying to enjoy through material nature, which isn't, it's temporary, it's dull. If you tap on a piece of wood like this, very quickly your finger gets numb. Just nothing there, right? Temporary in the sense of that this body is temporary. As soon we'll have die at some point. I shouldn't say soon. Woo! Everybody's like, wait a minute, time out. No, you all live long lives. Don't worry. No, no. At some point, I mean, we joke, but yes, kind of soon. I mean, 100 years ain't that much. Tell you what, like, my son is over here. He's 16. Just a few days ago, he was 4 or 5 years old. You know what I mean? And so, this life, it does fly by. Yes, there's some times when we have life that's kind of going, maybe work's going slow, right? Work's always going slow. But life itself, man, it's kind of cruising, So we only have a few years, and this body will die, and it will go back into the elements of the earth, right? Water, earth, fire, ether, and what I miss? Air. Thank you. And so this body's temporary, but Krishna and Srila Prabhupada here is saying that, Krishna explains that the soul isn't temporary. The soul, actually, when the body dies and it dissipates and it becomes part of the earth, the soul, at the time of death, goes into the next body. And what's determining the next body? It's the activities that we do in this life. Some people say, when you die, your whole life passes by your eyes, right? Okay, so yes, it does. But what are you attracted to in that scene? These are the things that your goals, your purposes, the things that you've been focusing. These things are going to attract you at the time of life. If you put extremely amount of time into your pets, one of the things that might impress you most is, oh, there's my dog. And oh my gosh, I'm going to have to leave my dog. So anyways, this picture of life and the things that attract us are determining our next life. We can see that in life now. People are doing activities that are determining their future. For instance, there are people that go to college, right? And they want to be a doctor, or they want to be a lawyer, or they want to be this or that. So they spend so much focus on learning about what it means to be a doctor or want to be a lawyer. But while they're in college, are they a doctor or are they a lawyer? No, they have to get the education, they have to develop the knowledge, and then eventually they'll graduate, and then they'll start even practicing, and then they'll become doctors or lawyers. So the activities that we do in this life are determining our future, right? Hopefully if you're a good employee and you start at the very bottom and you work hard and stuff, you'll move up, through your activities, showing your boss that you're trustworthy and that you're capable of a job, and hopefully you'll move up through management and stuff, So anyways, very simple that the activities we do determine our next bodies, our next, our identities that we're working on in our life. So the soul who's eating the fruits and acting and stuff, like we mentioned, is determining their next body. But the wonderful thing is Krishna as super soul, he's just observing, right? But once we decide that we are interested in Krishna, and we decide to, instead of just be focusing on the fruits, we turn around and say, wait a minute, who are you? What's life about? Why are you here? Why do I exist? Why are you watching me? What's my relationship with you? Then Krishna doesn't just come to now just an observer. he turns right to, he immediately switches to Krishna, not just super soul as an observer. And he starts to relate to us. And so then we often start, well, okay, sometimes people start their journey through the other aspect of Krishna and Brahman realization, the energy of God. You know, they can understand that all of this energy is coming from somewhere. There must be something that it's emanating from. And, you know, I think I have a relationship with this. And, you know, if I meditate real nice, I'm feeling that energy and these things. So, that, you know, this often is a perspective. But the next perspective is this perspective of super soul. They start to realize that, oh, you know, there's a part of the divine that's within me. And we turn to that and we start asking questions. And then Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, when somebody's ready, when they're inquiring about me, what does he do? What does Krishna do when somebody's ready and inquiring? Guides them within and by the spiritual master. Is that what you said? Yes. He'll send the spiritual master. And the spiritual master becomes the representative of Krishna, right? Is that what you were saying? Yeah. So when this happens, when we start this relationship with Krishna and he starts to interact with us as super soul, then we can, through the proper spiritual master who takes us even further, we can start to understand that Krishna is a person. Okay, I got a spiritual master, he's a representative of Krishna. Hopefully he's a bona fide spiritual master. And he starts explaining to us, yes, Krishna is a person. And he starts telling us that, yes, he's a person, he loves you, you have a relationship with him. And that relationship is more important than anything. And hopefully we've done some, you know, most likely we've done some prerequisites through the relationship with the Brahman realization and some prerequisites through super soul realization. And now we're ready to understand, okay, there's a person behind this. We were reading in chapter 11, it will come up that Krishna shows Arjuna the universal form. And he says, Krishna, when I see you, it's like seeing a million suns. You know, I don't know about you guys, when I was a kid, I was told not to look at the sun. You'll go blind and stuff like that, which I think it's a farce. I don't want to say yes for sure, because I don't want anybody to get like hurt, but every once in a while I look at the sun. It's very purifying, actually. If you just take a minute to look at it and like open your eyes, it really feels like it opens up your, you know, chakras and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna, you know, in case there is, I'm not recommending it. But anyways, my point being is, even trying to look at this one sun is so difficult. Could you imagine looking at a million suns? But this is Krishna's effulgence. And this is just a way for us to, in our senses, to perceive it. You know, we really can't even perceive a million suns, and we probably can't even perceive really, you know, Krishna's effulgence. This is Krishna's effulgence. But once we get past it, we can see that it's a person. Krishna says in 10:8, right? He says, Aham sarvasya prabhavo, mata savam pravartate, iti matva bhajante mam, buddha bhava samanvitaha. Let me see if I got that. Yes. He says, I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know this engage in my devotional service and worship me with all of their hearts. So everything's emanating from Krishna. Are you guys heading out? Janardhan, will you go get one of our blue invitations for Bhakti Circle? Kyler? So nice to meet you. I'm Nanda Braja Das, yeah. Yes, that's it right there. Yeah. Come Saturday. The restaurant caters our program. So you don't even, we'll have a discussion on Bhagavad Gita things and do some mantra meditation, some kirtan, of course, you know what kirtan is. And then we eat. It's pretty cool. If you have some family, you can bring them. It's pretty chill, you know what I mean? So if you have some people that are kind of like, maybe like want a little bit something softer, that's, yeah, right there. Hare Krishna. Don't worry, they got one already. What was your name? Allison? Nice to meet you, Allison. Hare Krishna. Huh. Okay, yes. Krishna, everything is emanating from him. We got the Brahman realization, super soul realization, and then Param Brahma, or Bhagavan realization that Krishna is coming is representing as a person. He is a person. Okay, let's move on. That was just the first paragraph, and I'll take about maybe five more minutes. It says, but worship of demigods is thoroughly discouraged herein, because even the greatest demigods like Brahma and Shiva represent only part of the opulence of the Supreme Lord. If we get an understanding of who Brahma is, the creator of the entire universe, and that his energy is creating this universe, we can see that there's so many planets that are being held up, innumerable entities, right? I mean, we do know that they come in the forms of 8,400,000. But even in just one universe, we can never count how many entities there are. And that one universe is compared to just a piece of sand in a whole beach. So, if we get some appreciation of Brahma being the creator of this universe and how big and expansive it is, but yet Krishna is saying, I give them their abilities. Srila Prabhupada says, represent only part of the opulence of the Supreme Lord. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, it speaks about Lord Brahma coming into existence, right? And he comes from the stem of Krishna's navel, right? Mahavishnu. And then a lotus flower sprouts. And Brahma is sitting on this lotus flower. But what happens at first when Brahma comes from the lotus flower? Yes, he does, but everything's black. He can't see nothing. Everything's just totally black. Dark. You can't see nothing and stuff, so he starts to meditate. And then Krishna gives him the two syllables, tapa. And so he starts tapa, and then what happens? Krishna comes to him, right? What does Krishna do when he sees Brahma? He shakes his hand. Krishna shakes Brahma's hand. I always thought, I never thought of the shaking of a hand as Vedic, I was always thought, an obeisance, right? But Krishna shakes Brahma's hand. I was like, oh, okay, shaking hands is Vedic. But my point of bringing this up is that chapter in Bhagavatam is because Narada Muni is asking Brahma, people think you're the creator. He's asking about his opulence and his greatness. And Brahma says, people think that I am the creator, but they'd be mistaken. I look like a creator because I'm the creator because I am creating, I'm the creator of the universe and doing so many different things, but they're mistaken because my power comes from somebody else. And then he tells the story of how he came. He says, I came from the navel, I came from a lotus flower, I was doing tapasya. Krishna comes and he shakes my hand, and boom, imparted in my heart is the whole entire Vedic literature. Right? So, this creator of a complete is just a part of Krishna's opulences. It's quite amazing. You say God is big, right? But how big is God? Is he this big? Is he that big? We go, okay, well, in Krishna consciousness we say, well, we're sitting in this temple right here in the city of Dallas. The city of Dallas has millions of people, right? But we're in a state called Texas, right? With even tens of millions of people. And that state of Texas is in a country called the United States, and of that one state in 50 states of the United States, another 350 million people in America, and then this one country is on is part of 7 continents in the world, and this world has just the land is only 80% of the world. And then we go to even bigger. We go in just in this galaxy, right? Would be galaxy? We're just one planet out of 11, or 10. I can't remember. They always switching it, right? Saying Pluto's a, And then of this one galaxy in the universe, we're just one galaxy, the Milky Way. I'm using a little bit of material, science in a sense like that of what explain it. I shouldn't be doing that. I apologize. Okay, so we'll go back. We'll say this planet Earth is one planet out of the upper and lower and middle planetary system, right? Okay. And that's just one of the universes that Brahma has created. And of all the universes, of this one universe is just a pebble in the in the face of a whole entire beach, And then that creation is only 1/4 of Krishna's creation. And we go, okay, I'm pretty dang small. The point being is, like, wow, I am really, 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 really small. And we get like maybe a little bit of grasp about how big Krishna is. Really, like, we can only get a spark of how big Krishna is. But that's the opulence of the Supreme Lord, that within us is part of Him. It's not even, it's 1/10,000th of a tip of the hair, and it's emanating this body in a way that will live 100 years in this body, and it will, keep it going, right? It's just a little, such an insignificant thing. However, because have the qualities of Krishna, because Krishna is so kind to create us and make us in a way that we also have in a small quantity the same qualities He has, that we have a little bit of ability to be able to have a relationship with Him. And because of that relationship, we can, even being so small, we can experience unlimited bliss in ourself. It's really quite amazing. Complete bliss. Okay, 736, 1042, chapter 10, text 42. Any questions, comments, thoughts, corrections? Please. Mm. 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 Thank you, Prabhu. I appreciate that very much. I was thinking of Dhruva. I don't know why, but Dhruva popped in my head. And how he says, he's doing all these austerities to see Krishna so that he can, take back the throne and own the world and stuff. And he says, once he sees Krishna, he says, I was looking for glass, and now I found a diamond. I don't need that anymore. So similarly, we're looking for glass through these material things. But we start to look to Krishna, and we start to see the real. We see a little, we get a little glimpse of that wonder, that opulence, a glimpse of that diamond. Any other comments? Gurudev Prabhu, thoughts?
I've always liked the statement where it says, as soon as anyone puts Krishna in the same category as Krishna,
Yeah, that's heavy, huh? He doesn't, Srila Prabhupada don't mess around. Boom. Like an atheist. Wow. Say it again? I've heard that the Mormons, if you read they have a book called shoot, I can't remember the book, but they have a supplement to the Bible. What's that? No, the Mormon religion. Janardin was saying that Lord Brahma was reminding him of what the Christians think who is God. A creator, creator, a wise person, kind of like that. So he's kind of explaining that it seems to him that Christians often think of God as Brahma. And so I was explaining that in the Mormon tradition in Christianity, they have another book, and I'm forgetting what the book's called, but anyways, it's a supplement to the Bible written by John Smith. And actually he talks about vegetarianism. You won't find many people talking about it, but he talks about it. But anyways, in Mormon, it's pretty clear that the goal is to become Brahma. You eventually you do enough deeds and you get to be the creator of your own universe. And it's like pretty clear, like here's the goal, to be Brahman. So it could be. I more see it as the Christians have just more of a traditional relationship with Krishna as in awe and reverence, as Narayan. So Narayan is known as Krishna in the awe and reverence. So if you go to the planets of Narayan, everybody has 4 arms, everybody's beautiful, everybody has the same form as Krishna and 4 arms. And everybody's in awe and reverence of Narayan. And you have to go further in relationships, the higher relationships, to start seeing Krishna as past just the awe and reverence of it and past Narayan. Matter of fact, I remember we were reading Srimad Bhagavatam, and I can't remember what it was, but they were explaining Krishna as Narayan. And my question was, wait a minute, this is the essence of all Vedic literature. It's the fruit. Why are we saying Narayan? And the person teaching it was explaining, yes, we do understand that, but they're also, remember, they're talking to people that might not exactly be on that platform yet. So the way they're talking to the sages and stuff is like, okay, bringing them up to past Narayan. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, the first 2 cantos are known as the lotus feet of Krishna, and you move up to the 3rd and 4th cantos up to the legs, and then you move up till you get to the 10th canto, and you come up to Krishna's face and lotus smile. So that's my understanding is that I can see where you're saying that they have that perception of Lord Brahma as God, but it's more of what's called Narayan, awe and reverence. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Yeah. Okay, thank you all for participation and listening. And Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Gaura Pramanande. Hari Hari Bo. Thank you. Thank you, Prabhu.
मानसि वेदम् विहित वहित्र विश्रमभेदम् प्रलय पायाधिजले धृत मानसि वेदम् विहित वहित्र विश्रमभेदम् देशवधीता मीन शरीर जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे केशवधृता मीन शरीर जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे प्रलय पयधि जले धृत मानसि वेदम् विहित वहित्र विश्रमभेदम् केशवधृत मीन शरीर जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश केशवधृत मीन शरीर जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे केते रति विपुला तारे ते तति तप पृष्ठे केते रति विपुला तारे ते तति तप पृष्ठे धरानि धरन किन चक्र गरिष्ठे केते रति विपुला तारे ते तति तप पृष्ठे धरानि धरन किन चक्र गरिष्ठे केशवधृत कूर्म शरीर अय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे केशवधृत कूर्म शरीर जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे असति दर्शन शिखारे धरणी कमला वासति दशना शिखारे धारणीत रघुना रसिनी कलंक कलेवनी मगना वासति दशना शिखारे धारणीत मगना वासति दशना शिखारे धारणीत मगना जिनि कलंका कलेवनी मगना शशिनि कलंका कलेवनी मगना एषावधीतं मीनशरीरम् अयजगदीशं हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे एषावधीतं मेन शरीर ईश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे तब कर कमल बलेन कमाधुत सिंहम् दलित हिरण्यक सिकुतन भृङ्गम् तब कर कमल बलेन कमाधुत सिंहम् दलित हिरण्य सिकुतन भृङ्गम् केशवधृतं केशवधृतं मीनशरीरम् जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे केशवधृतं नरहरि रूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे प्रलय पयाधि जले धृतमानसी वेदम् विहित बहित्र चरित्रमखेदम् प्रलय पायाधि जाले घृतमानसी वेदम् विहित बहित्र चरित्रखेदम् केशावधृतं मीन शरीर जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे चलय श्री विक्रमणे बलिमद्भुत वामन चलय श्री विक्रमणे बलिमद्भुत वामन वदन खनीरन नित जना पावन चलय श्री विक्रमणे बलिमद्भुत वामन वदन खनीरन नित जना पावन समग्रीतं वीरा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे शरीर जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे प्रलय पायाधि जाले वेदमान शिवेदम् चरित्रमवेदम् पायाधि जले प्रलय पायाधि जाले द्रेत मानसीवेदम् विहितं महेत्र च गीतमखेदम् ये शबघ्रीत हीनशरीर जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे केशवगीतं नीरशरीरम् जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे चलय श्री विक्रमणे बलिमद्भुत वामनम् चलय श्री विक्रमणे बलिमद्भुत वामन वदन खनीरज नित जना जय श्री विष्णु बलिमाधुतवामन वदन खनीरज पावन लय श्री विक्रमणे बलिमाधुतवामन वदन खनीरज पावन केशवधृत वामन रूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे केशवधृत रूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे हृदय पयाधि जले धृत मनसि वेदम् विहित महेत्र नेत्रमभेदम् ब्रह्मं पपुंसि विशदे जनदाभम् केशवधृतं हीनशरीरम् जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे महर्षि वपुषि विशदे जलनाभम् महर्षि विशदे जलनाभम् अलयति भीतिमे नितञ्जमनाभम् महर्षि विशदे भूषणं जलदाभम् अलयति भीतिमे नितञ्जमनाभम् केशवधृत बालदेवरूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे निन्दति जगविधेरः सुति जातम् निन्दति जगविधेरः जातम् हृदय हृदयादा सितपशुघातम् निन्दति जगविधेरः सुति जातम् हृदय सितपशुघातम् केशवधृतं भूतशरीरम् जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुता पदकमलं श्रीगुरु वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादां सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
भज श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद
Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara. Krishna, Hare Krishna,
think so. I don't know.